Hey everybody, I got up a little bit early and worked like a madman. Had to push a lot of things out of the way, but as you can see, I've virtually got the 3 command centers done. So I'm going to do a couple bird's eye views. Thought I'd use our freezing, I don't even know what you call these guys. I've heard them pronounced about 50 different ways, so I don't even know how they're pronounced, so I'm going to just call them guardsmen. So here's a shot of guardsmen taking on my Tyranid equivalent of Starship Trooper bugs, and not by design, they just end up looking right with Arctic. They're originally supposed to be electrically based. But here's where the table's at. I'll give you a couple guardsman level views. Some views from maybe the roof down. This is what your troops would see. Blasting away at the bad guys. The wolves are definitely going to be painted up as stone. Some people said they look kind of weird being painted up that way, and I totally agree. No, these are designed to be statues, and will be painted up as such. So, on to other coolness. This band right here. They are called Edivarius. I'm linguistically challenged today, if you haven't noticed, but this is a German band, so I don't feel too bad about being linguistically challenged with a foreign language to me. But somebody turned me onto these guys, and they're kind of like Corvus Corax in that they're really into bagpipes and drums, which I think are very cool. And so that's what's going on there. And people were asking about an update. So the update is that the Dark Eldar table is done. I don't have to do any more work on that. The city that I was working on, that's 2 tables, by the way, for the Dark Eldar. The city that I was working on represents 3 tables, and things fell through with the zombies I was picking up, and the shock troopers over at War Games Factory, they dropped the ball, so I don't know what the deal is there. If somebody knows a cheap source of regular human figures between 25, 28 mil, and by cheap I mean less than $1, I'll just turn them into zombies. As a matter of fact, I've got a person I want to show you that's unbelievable at green stuff, and I'll definitely be having to do some green stuffing and melting and chopping and what have you for that. But on to the next thing. Obviously this table here represents 3 tables that'll be split into. These are 4x4 tables, so they're not very big, so that's why there's not more. Normally I build for a 4x6 table or a 4x8. So the last thing I'm going to be doing is, like I said, Mustafar, and I got something very cool. I'm sure this had nothing to do with my choice in doing that. So, one of the things I love about Clone Wars and computer games, computer graphics in general, they are the best source of inspiration for making terrain. They're unbelievable. And you know, type in game walkthrough or whatever, or Video Game Cam. But if you get a chance to, type that into YouTube and start checking out your favorite genre of games, because they've got every genre covered. I mean, they've even got like steampunk style games now. Space, obviously, fantasy, all over the place. So you'll see excellent examples of castles, bridges, just anything you might want to have on your table. Somebody's already designed it in a computer program. All you got to do is go out there and look for it. I cannot strongly suggest enough to do that. If anybody's going to be doing this kind of thing in the future, things that I've learned, 3 months is a lot shorter than you think it is. Even though I've gotten quite a bit done, I don't think I'm in any danger of not accomplishing it to the level that I'm accustomed to having things done to. So, you know, no fear there. But it seems like a lot of time, and that's why I was like, I'll do 10 different tables. Well, every time that you do a different table, it's like reinventing the wheel, and you have to account for that. Your blueprint design, it'll have a completely different flavor, so you're going to be using different techniques, possibly for each one. There's tons of different ways to make stone, for instance, or buildings, or whatever. And if you're planning on switching up between these things, this can put some serious time cramps on you. My suggestion is to do what I ended up doing. Go into bigger chunks where you can run with something for a distance and really explore it. In this case, I actually went, and I don't usually do this. In fact, it's pretty rare that I actually reproduce the same structure. I almost never do that. I've got 600 plus videos. You can go back, and if you look at my gaming tables, I very, very rarely reproduce the same main structure over and over again. I can't think of one that I've ever done. But I want to introduce you to some really cool people. Some people that you know. One of them is a green stuffer. So let me show you this guy. One of my buddies pointed this guy out to me, and his name is Van Hammer 73. He's been doing this for, I want to say, couple of months, but he's very, very talented. He's got a good load of vids. But I mean, look at what he did. He sculpted a wolf's head. I mean, that's amazing to me. All sculptors amaze me. But what really amazes me that someone would make a sculpture of that, and then, you know, that's it. You know, they're not going to reproduce copies of it or anything. You know, they just do it to do it. That just blows me away. That completely flabbergasts me. And he does some really cool editing stuff. He'll speed up his videos and he'll show you sculpting and all sorts of stuff. So just check him out. Check him out. You'll be glad you did. And of course, my buddy Bootleg Painting. You might have known him earlier as Bootleg Tattoo. Same guy. And Bootleg does a really interesting thing here. He does a live-time video showing you him doing his work. And he does it differently than I do And I think that's really awesome. You want to find as many different ways of doing things as you can, because it's going to vary your effects that much more. If you look at his working on the cliffs vid, that's what it's called. He uses like a dabbing technique. He plays some really cool background music too. So I don't know if this would qualify as a wash, but he does like a splashing technique, dabbing technique, and I've seen Bootleg's work in person. It's freaking phenomenal. Bootleg is not known well enough for his terrain, in my opinion. And I am so pissed off that YouTube pulled his videos, because he had just a crazy amount of videos. I want to say like 500. Yeah, we lost a treasure trove when they did that. But I mean, it's so cool how it brings out the detail and highlights. Now, if you want to see what this looks like, I've got the same molds. I don't do a lot with them, but I think Bootleg's gonna inspire me to do that. He does a lot of really cool things, like put these on the sides of hills and whatnot, and you get some incredible detail out of them. And he'll use like lichen and clump flock to help, cover, gaps and whatnot, and it just makes the coolest freaking stuff. You gotta see his work. But that's what's going on here, guys, and give you a quick peek. These are some plans that I had going for Mustafar, for the Mustafar build. So I'm going to be referencing these. Both of my scroll saws are down. I'm trying to get one of them fixed. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do all of this with the bandsaw, which I can do. It's just major pain in the butt. But that's what's going on. Hope you guys are having a great week. And one last thing. Like I said, there's tons and tons of talented people out here. So if you're new and you want people to check out your stuff, go to the comment section below. Tell people a little bit about yourself and advertise yourself. Have people come and check you out. Like I said, there's so much just fantastic talent out there. Also, there's a site by Girl Painting, Alexandra. She made the what is it called? Wargaming Community, WGC. It's like an open YouTube channel that you can post videos to about what you're doing, and I think that's fantastic. I can't strongly recommend that enough. I think Mini Wargaming, and I think now Beasts of War also let you post videos. I believe in sharing the wealth. I believe in sharing the spotlight. I think everybody deserves to have their stuff seen. So, like I said, use me as a springboard. Use them as a springboard. I've talked to these people. They are the nicest people you will ever want to meet. So, get out there, share with us, and help this community grow. Because like I said, if we're not helping each other and we're not growing this community, what are we doing? So, love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.